I am California of the past.
I
I
am
am
California of the past.
I
I am
am
California of the
past.
past.
My name is Phil Carlson. I'm retired. I'm a resident of Pacifica, and I'm a frequent visitor in San Pedro Valley Park, a place of trees and trails comfortably nestled in the Santa Cruz mountain range. I often hike one or another of these lonely mountain trails. But in this park, full of trees, there's one particular tree, a colossal conifer, that, from my first sight of it, began to cause a sort of tenuous and mildly annoying gnawing in the psychic region of my mind. It was not just that this tree was 10 to 20 times bigger than any other tree in the park. It disturbed my psyche in a more subtle way, as a dissident note in a chord might disturb the ear. There was something other about this tree that niggled the unconscious. Wildlife abounds in the park. In the evenings, bobcat, gray fox, coyotes, and even a rare mountain lion come down to some hidden bowery to drink from the brook. The brook, San Pedro Creek, is significant because it provides one of the few remaining spawning grounds for the anadromous steelhead trout. One morning, as I stood looking at the tree, gradually absorbing the enigmatic circumstance that this colossus was not an indigenous resident of the park, my problem resided in the fact that all of the other species of trees in the park all had taxonomic kin except this tree. In the census of the park's million trees, there was but one, just one lone Monterey Cypress with no parents, no brothers, no sisters, no aunts, uncles, or cousins. The tree was atypical. While pondering this singularity, I noticed an owl sitting on one of the tree's lower branches. The owl also noticed me. He regarded me with an air of aloofness, much as an entomologist might look at a bug. We made eye contact. I know this effrontery offended his dignity because he ruffled the feathers about his ears ever so slightly. Nevertheless, because I recognized him as a wise denizen of the forest, and too, possibly an acquaintance of the tree, I committed a further faux pas by politely asking, "How came this tree to be growing here?" Upon being addressed in such a fashion, no proper introduction, the owl, without informing me of an answer, broke eye contact, and with the deliberate pomposity of an ecclesiastic, lifted 1 foot from the branch, turned it 180 degrees, put it down, and while gripping the branch with that foot, lifted the other to turn it and his body to face in the opposite direction. In turning his back to me, the owl delivered as explicit a snub as I've ever received from either animal or man. The difficulty in formulating a credible hypothesis to explain this Monterey Cypress's residence in San Pedro Park is clearly formidable. So, perhaps to explain the anomaly, I should go back to the tree, hoping to find the owl, of fond remembrance, in a mood that will allow him to answer my question. Okay.